Hello, guys, gals, and non binary pals. Today, I'm here to talk about the discontinued music careers of Dance Mom stars. If you don't know Dance Moms, it was a reality TV show where a lady, Abby Lee Miller, was choreographing dances for young girls to do at competitions. This is the best way I know how to describe it. A lot of the girls on the show went on to release music, but the only ones who have really kept up with music from the show are JoJo Siwa and Kenzie Ziegler, whereas everyone else either hasn't released music in years or they haven't consistently released music, and there has been like 3 to 4 year periods between releases. And those are the people we're here to talk about today, so let's get into it. First, there's Ava Michelle, who wasn't on the main competition team. However, she was brought in for a season to as an opposing team to the regular competition team. The whole season was weird and horrible. But anyway, and then she made reoccurring appearances with her mother, Jeanette, and it was a whole thing, kind of like the Candy Apples. But anyway, her first music release came in 2019, featuring on a song for Tall Girl. She also released a single in 2019. She then released a cover and original single in 2020. And then 2 years later, in 2022, she wrote another song for Called Girl 2, and there hasn't been anything since. She might have been teasing music on YouTube, I don't know, I'm specifically looking at streaming platforms. But yeah, nothing for the last 4 years from Ava Michelle. Next we have Giannina, who was on season 8 of Dance Moms, and one of the main competition team in that season. Her first single was released in 2020, which was the song Talk. She released another song in 2021, and then 3 singles in 2022, so it really looked like she was going headfirst into the whole music thing. And then she didn't release until 2026, 4 years later, with a double feature of 2 singles, and then nothing since then. So I guess she has released music recently, however, with the 4-year hiatus between singles, it definitely doesn't seem like a consistent thing. Next up, we have Asia Monet, who was only on the main competition team briefly and was introduced kind of like a rival for Kenzie Ziegler. And even after Asia was off of the show and doing her own thing, when both of them started releasing music, that was also pitted against each other. It was kind of crazy. Neither of these girls really had their own identity when their music careers first started. But Asia Monet released her first single in 2014, then didn't release again until 2016, but she released 4 songs that year. And then she released 1 song in 2017, 1 in 2018, and 1 in 2019. After 2019, she didn't release for 5 years and dropped again in 2024 with an album. And there have been no releases since. It's been about 2 years, which is a standard time between albums, but I also haven't heard that she's getting ready to release anything. So again, she's released more recently, but it's also been pretty inconsistent with that 5-year gap. Then we have Kendall Vertez, came into the show on season 2 and has been through it all with all of the girls. Her debut came in 2015 with Wear 'Em Out. This was actually a really big deal because Nia Su was also releasing a song at the same time, and so there was kind of a rivalry between them. She then released a song in 2016, and then a single and a Christmas EP in 2017, and then nothing after that, which is kind of sad when you think about how hyped her music career really was and how much attention her first single got simply because she was on Dance Moms, and it hasn't gone anywhere since, and it probably never will at this point. I mean, it's been almost a decade. Next, we have Nia Su, who was on the show from the beginning, season 1, one of the OGs. Again, her debut came in 2015, Star in Your Own Life, against Kendall K's Wear 'Em Out, and there's this whole thing. But Nia has definitely been, or was a lot more consistent in her music releases. She released 1 more song in 2015, released pretty consistently between 2016 and 2017. 2018 was only a remix of a song she had already released. 2019 and 2020 got 1 song respectively each. And then there wasn't anything until 2024 when she featured on a song, and then there hasn't been anything since then. I have no idea if there will be more music in the future or if she'll just feature on songs, but I do know she recently released a book, and that was pretty banger, so who knows where the music career is going. Then we have Brooke Hyland, also Energy on the show, and the first one of the girls to actually start releasing music. Her debut single came in 2012 with Summer Love Song. She released an album in 2013, self-titled album. And then between 2013 and 2014, she released some of the songs on the album as singles. And there just hasn't been anything since. I think I remember her saying something about how she might come back to music, but that could have been a dream, and I confused it with reality. That happens a lot. But I do know that when it comes to all of the Dance Moms music careers, I do think her coming back to music is the most anticipated and something the fans want most, just from what I've seen online. But yes, those are the discontinued music careers of Dance Mom stars. Let me know, who do you think has the most potential? Who would you want to see come back? Are there any that you think, it's probably for the best that they're not releasing music? Any of your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!